Welcome back and thanks for staying with us here on The Agenda. Now, Limpopo Health MEC Dr. Phophi Ramathuba says all the legal processes to repatriate the remains of those who were killed in a devastating bus crash in the province during the Easter weekend will be done at Mokopane Hospital. 6 families have arrived at that institution from Botswana to receive the remains of their loved ones. 45 people, you might remember, were killed when the vehicle which was carrying these pilgrims from Botswana to an Easter pilgrimage at St. Engenas Zion Christian Church in Moria crashed. Our reporter Katlego Nyoni has more.
The 6 victims who perished in that horrific Ramathuba bus crash are in Mokopane today to receive the remains of their loved ones. We expect that the repatriation process is also going to commence. To get further details, I'm going to speak to the MEC for Health in Limpopo, Phophi Ramathuba. Thank you very much for speaking to us today. Kindly take us through this process where the families of the 6 victims are here today to receive the remains of their loved ones.
Katlego, if I am to take you back and remind you that we had already indicated that 6 bodies are identifiable through viewing by the reverends from St. Engenas Church, Botswana branch, and also through our fingerprints. Now, those, because they are ready, today the process that it's going to unfold, firstly, I must indicate it's going to be a very difficult day for not only for the families, even for us, because we must first subject them to viewing the body, so that when they view as family members, it is the positive identification legal process that then involves a family member who will be identifying themselves, and you bring in your ID document or passports in this case, and sort of you're taking an oath to say, I understand that this is a person that I know, and this is the person that I as so and so. It's a legal process that will be undergoing, because once that process is done and all the forms are done, Home Affairs who are here already will then be able to issue a death certificate. The Department of Health will then issue the traveling document, which includes clearing of these bodies to say they did not die of any infectious disease, therefore they are safe to can travel to Botswana. So once that work is done, then we'll be taking getting the undertakers and then repatriation. But all the teams that are supposed to be here, they are here. So everything will be done here. They won't have to leave the hospital from here to go to Home Affairs, from here to go to the department. We will do everything today in this hospital. We've assembled everyone. So we will be done probably by end of the day today.
And MEC Ramathuba, there is still another mammoth task lying ahead, of course, the remainder of those remains, that some were bent beyond recognition. Yesterday you mentioned that tissue sampling processes were concluded, and those samples, about 72 or so, were already sent to the laboratory. Talk to us about that.
Yes, indeed, our forensic pathologists here have already working with the SABC victim identification unit as led by General Muraudzi. They've already done that work. They've submitted the samples. What we were doing is last week is that immediately when you finish with the first batch, you submit it, the second batch. The last batch was submitted, I think it was on Friday, of 32. So a total is 72, and I'm sure your viewers will be asking why 72 when you're only talking about 45. The issue is, as I've said in the beginning, it's a very sensitive matter wherein whatever we could find, which is a human remain, which is separated, which is on its own, we then are forced to take to sample it, because we want in each body bag to have remains of the correct individual. So that is the work which now we are doing, assembling all those. So fortunately, our Botswana counterpart have submitted their own data in terms of the DNA comparison. So to next step would be to compare, and immediately after that we will receive the results, and once we do that, we'll then be able to invite the families and hand them over those remains.
Mr. Ramathuba, thank you very much for your time on the SABC News channel. So as you can see behind me, there is a kumbi carrying those family members from Botswana. We expect that they will receive the remains of their loved ones here at the Mokopane Hospital. Mr. Ramathuba pointing out to the sensitivity of that specific matter, but saying that the families will be assisted. There is still some tissues, rather some samples that were sent to laboratories, and the Botswana government is also working with the South African government in this regard. This, of course, comes a day after President Cyril Ramaphosa, as well as its Botswana counterpart Mokgweetsi Masisi, visited the scene of that horrific accident. And it is back to you in the studio.
Katlego Nyoni is there for us in Mokopane.